Hi everyone, this is Jacob with Oak Endurance. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 benefits for strength training for endurance athletes. I have found that a lot of the reasoning for why people aren't doing strength work still in the endurance world is just because they don't know the benefits. So I want to break those down for you. All right. Number 1, injury prevention. I'm going to talk about runners here specifically because that's what I am very into at this moment in time, specifically road running. We love to add miles. We love to add intensity. We love to just, maybe even increase our aerobic fitness by doing more biking and skiing, etc. All of those things are awesome, but they add a higher chance of getting injured. And if you get injured, you can't do those things, right? Which is very sad. So strength training, all right, if you think about a good example here is the quad muscle group, all right? Every time you step forward in a run, you are slightly braking, all right? Every time you land, anytime you go downhill, things like that. It's very, very, very catabolic on that muscle group, all right? Other groups too, right? But we're using the quads for this example. Catabolic means breakdown of muscles, essentially. So when we do that, when we run tons and tons and tons, it just adds stress and stress to the whole body with the quads in general, right? And eventually something breaks. It could be the quads, it could be an overcompensation somewhere else. It really depends, but I've seen it tons of times. It's very, the common injuries for us are things like runner's knee. We have a lot of Achilles issues in the industry, shin splints, back problems, different stuff like that. Strength training can very much mitigate all of those things in injury prevention. Back to the quad example. When we strength train our quads, they become stronger and more durable so that you can handle the load, the braking force on that part of your body. And once again, you should do all kinds of different muscle training. That's a different video. So number 1, injury prevention. Very important. Number 2, performance. Also as an endurance athlete, once again, road runner specifically here, I'm personally someone who likes to get better. I like to see that, I am making progress towards whatever goal I'm chasing. And I know most of my clients are like that as well. Most of the people I talk to and see in various run groups are like that too. Not everyone is like that. So I will say if you're someone that likes just the daily grind, that's cool. And you can still apply this. You have to just think about it a little differently. For that person, I would think about, going up a hill and performing better up the hill and not feeling as, bad. But overall performance, most people want to improve in some way in running, all right? And so strength work is another great way to improve, all right? Good example, the soleus muscle, all right? Right, it's a part of the calf muscle group, all right? It's right by the Achilles. It is one of the most important muscles for runners in their push-off, their pre-swing phase. It's a very fast twitch muscle, very powerful. Think about every time you jump rope, jump, things like that, it produces force. Strengthening that muscle and strengthening it in a functional way for runners will increase the performance of that muscle, all right? Depending on how you do it, it's going to make it stronger. It's going to make it more elastic. Think about a rubber band, you can bounce back quicker so that when you hit the ground, you can push off the ground faster, right? And it's going to make it quicker and faster, maybe in plyos, right? So there are different ways we can strength train that muscle and perform better. Another good example, the hamstrings. Strength training the hamstrings can improve pull mechanics. Performance. Number 3, I've seen a lot of runners that are following a similar trend in their running. And these all 3 can help with this too, but I think that, the burnout one specifically is something I see a lot that contributes to this. We don't want to take breaks. Sometimes the injury prevention one forces us to. But you start the season and you go up, 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 right? And you have a peak race, whatever it is, and then you take a giant break, okay? You make progress, you take a giant break because you just ran a lot, you're really mentally fatigued, you're burnt out. You don't want to run anymore, right? And then a few months go by, you make no progress, and you do it again, right? And you try to get back to that point. Maybe you don't, maybe you get faster, right? Either way, you're kind of just doing this, straight up, super intense, impactful thing, and you might make a little bit of progress the next year, and then you're going to take a big break again, right? And you run into that same, trend over and over again. And you get the point. Now, I'm going to argue a better way to do this is by adding strength training or other cross training too, but we're talking about strength training, into your routine. And you might then start a little lower with overall miles, okay? And you might not have as an aggressive of a peak because you're spending more time strength training, but not only are you staying injury-free, you're probably performing better on your runs. You're also avoiding burnout, right? And you get a graph that goes more like this over time. And that's when you see people just get these skyrocket performances out of nowhere, these moonshots, right? Something to think about. Number 3, avoiding burnout. Just to recap. Benefits of strength work for runners. Injury prevention, performing better as a runner. Sorry, endurance athletes, I'm still on the runner brain. And then avoiding burnout as a runner/endurance athlete. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am a personal trainer and a run coach here at Oak Endurance, and I also analyze gait. My goal is to help runners get faster, stay healthy, do whatever they can so that they can run longer and better and more efficient, more economical, whatever their goal is, right? Thank you.